Hello, welcome back, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers, to another episode. And we've seen so much Diamond League meets so far this season. We saw the World Athletics Continental Tour as well. A little bit earlier on today, Shelley and Fraser Price put on a proper performance, and I won't say it was exceptional or exhilarating, but I think it's what Shelley and Fraser Price does. She does what needs to be done in order to get the job done. All right, so big performances all around, and I think going into the Diamond League in London tomorrow, anticipation is extremely high because folks expect Jamaica's and the United States and the world's best athletes to come up trumps tomorrow. Now, this is the final chance that we'll get to see these athletes prior to the World Championships, and I know it's the season feels as if it's going by so fast, but it's just one of those years. All right, so big shout out to my sponsors, Quicklink Shipping. Their telephone number is on the banner below. Telephone number 454-1979. So anything you need shipped into the island, Quicklink Shipping has you covered. All right, so again, Quicklink Shipping, anything you need shipped into the island, they have you covered. All right. If you're in the Georgia, Atlanta area, you can check out Prolific Events Rentals. So what they do is basically those 360 cameras for your parties, your weddings, your graduation, prom, you name it. You can check them out, and I'll run through. Matter of fact, I'll leave the link in the description below. Prolific Events Rentals. That is, folks. They provide rental services to Gwinnett County, DeKalb County, Fulton County, Walton County, and Rockdale County. All right, you can check them out on Instagram, or you can go straight to their website. Okay, so that's Prolific Events Rental, and their telephone number is 470-504-3874. Email them on prolificeventsrentals@gmail.com. That's PROLIFICEVENTSRENTALS @gmail.com. So check them out. Prolific Event Rentals @gmail.com. Telephone number 470-504-3874. All right. Again, for all your parties, your weddings, if it's your anniversary, those 360 shots, I think those are what's taking over the place right now, and they make for good memories as well. So you can check them out again on social media. All right. So how are you guys doing today? Let me start with that. How's your Saturday afternoon going? Have you seen any of the races this week? And let me know what are your reactions to those races. I'll be running through the running order for the races that will be coming up tomorrow. Earlier on today, again, we saw Shelley and Fraser Price. We also saw Megan Tapper, the tiny Jamaican, came away victorious in the hurdles in Spain as well. So we had Shelley and Fraser Price victorious in Spain. We also had Megan Tapper victorious in Spain. All right. Here for some panel company. Yeah, sure. Blessed day, Andrew Corbin. Big up yourself, Andrew Corbin. Big up yourself. Again, this live stream won't be very long. I'll try and keep it to 30 minutes. And for my avid viewers and subscribers, you know how it is. We try to keep the streams as short and as precise as possible. That way, folks who didn't get the opportunity to watch it a little bit earlier on throughout the day, or when we're live, they can always watch it back a little bit later on, whether when you're coming from work or wherever. Okay, so we want to keep it as short and as to the point as possible. Won't be drawing it out, no 2 hours, 3 hours. No, Halftime TV doesn't operate that way. So 20 to 30 minutes, we cover everything and ensure that our viewers are informed. All right, I like to say, and I think it was Winston Churchill who said a good speech should be like a lady's dress, long enough to cover the subject and short enough to keep you interested. So that's how Halftime TV will be operating. Long enough to cover all the topics, but short enough to keep the viewers and subscribers interested. All right, so remember, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so. If you're new to Halftime TV, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're happy to have you as we're en route to 13,500 subscribers, just about 500 away. So I appreciate each and every subscriber, and every subscription counts. Please keep those numbers going up. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and we always welcome comments over there in the comment section. But if you're in the comment section and someone says something that you disagree with, and I'll say this again, I say it before all my shows, you don't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to be rude. All right. So you can disagree without being disrespectful. And if I believe someone in the comment section is being disrespectful, I'll put you on timeout. And if it recurs, then I'll block you. All right. As much as I value the subscription and I want the channel to grow, I don't want it to grow at the expense of someone else. Okay. So please ensure that you keep the comments and keep the opinions respectful in the comment section. All right. Big up everybody again, wherever you are, wherever you're watching Halftime TV from. We appreciate your company. Thank you for joining us. All right, I think that's enough of me. Now I'll get over to the details of what is to come. I like that. Where will we start for this one? All right, so the London Diamond League, again, as I said, it will be happening tomorrow, and it'll be, if the schedule permits, then we will try and do a live stream, a watch along for you guys. But if not, then expect the reaction videos. Expect us to provide you with some updates afterwards. Okay. Someone said, so yeah, I'll flip the link in a second. All right, I'll share the link in a second. That way, if you want to join and share your views or whatnot, you can. But as I said, I'm trying to keep it to 30 minutes. 30 minutes we're keeping this live stream to. Currently in transit, but still have to make some time for the viewers so we can cover the details for you guys. Okay, so all right. So the events that are to take place tomorrow, I'll run through the ones that I believe most people are interested in, and then I guess you can make of what the others, whatever you make of them. All right. So much analytics. All right, so we'll start with the 100 hurdles, 100 meter hurdles for men. Again, I won't go through all the events. I'll just go through the ones that I believe most folks are interested in. So we have Joshua Zeller out of Great Britain. We have Freddie Crittenden out of the United States. We have Shunsuke Izumiya out of Japan. We have Hansel Parchment, the Olympic champion out of Jamaica. We have Grant Holloway out of the United States. Jamal Brick out of the United States. Daniel Roberts out of the USA as well. And Tate Ojora. Now, I think for the hurdles in particular, this race, it will be between Hans Parchment and Grant Holloway. We've seen Rashid Broadbell out of Jamaica. He seems to be Jamaica's top hurdler as of now. We had that other youngster, I don't remember his name, it's on the tip of my tongue. But he picked up an injury after getting a medal at the Olympics. And then he had to sit out for a period of time. But Hans Parchment, it's good to see that he is competitive once more. And again, it will be between Grant Holloway and Hans Parchment all the way. So your guess is as good as mine. We will say, as far as farm goes, both gentlemen look as if they can win it on the day, but I won't say who I believe will win it. I'll leave it over to you, the viewers and subscribers. All right. Copy. All right. All right. So there's the link if you want to join on the live stream. Okay. So that's it for the 110 meter hurdles. Not much to go through in this one, really. The world leading time for this year is Rashid Broadbell, as I said, out of Jamaica, 12.94. The meeting record for this particular event is 12.96. Rodwell is the man to beat so far this year, but I know sometimes we get carried away with the world leading times. I don't want you guys to dwell too much on it because world leading time means very little when it comes to the hurdles and when it comes to the day of the event as well. All right, we saw Sharika Jackson with the world leading time of 10.65, yet when she went up against Shakari Richardson, um, she wasn't able to get anywhere near that time. So again, the world leading time, it's good to have, but it doesn't factor much when you're taking the track on the day. Okay. Okie dokie. All right. We move on. We move on. We have the reason boss with us as well. Let's add him to the stream. Hey, good evening, Rich Bo. How you doing? What are your expectations from the 110-meter hurdles? First and foremost, welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute.
Blessed HT, blessed one and all. Andrew, Kershaw, Carvin, welcome one and all viewers. The 110 meters.
We're having some challenges with Rich Bo's mic. So as soon as that is resolved.
Can you hear me now?
Still can't hear you. I'm not sure what's happening with the microphone there. But as soon as that is resolved, then we will ensure that we'll add him back to the live stream. Okay. But yeah, the 110-meter hurdles, Oval Supreme, big up yourself and welcome. Timoteo. All right. Hello, good evening. All right, not sure what's happening there. Anyway, continuing. So that was the 110-meter hurdles. We have the 400 meters. Richard, you're everywhere. Jeff. All right, so the 400-meter hurdles for men, and I think again this one will be quite interesting. The 400-meter for men. 400-meter for men, not hurdles. Sorry. 400-meter for men, so not the hurdles. Okay, so I apologize. So the lineup, we have Alex Haydock Wilson. In second, we have Leongo Scotch, and this is lane 2. We have Vernon Norwood out of the United States. We have Bryce Deadman out of the United States. We have Wade Van Niekerk out of South Africa. We have Matthew Hudson Smith out of Great Britain. We have Ryan Willey out of the United States, and Lee Marvin Bonavacia out of the Netherlands. So let me pull that up on your screen as well, just to ensure that everyone is following the conversation. But with Van Niekerk, again, it's always good to see athletes who've done well in previous meets come back after spells on the sideline, and that's what we're seeing with Wade Van Niekerk. I saw him twice so far. I've seen him twice so far this season, and I think he looks quite impressive. I think he is definitely one of those persons to keep an eye on, and may very well be one of the top contenders come the World Championship in a couple of weeks. But going into London, Wade Van Niekerk in the 400 meters is definitely one to keep an eye on. Let's see if Reason Boss's microphone is fixed. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me, HT?
I still can't hear you. I'm not sure what's happening with your microphone.
I can hear
what's happening with the microphone.
I can hear you loud and clear. My microphone is receiving this side.
Nothing. All right, so we're experiencing some challenges. What's up, bro? Greetings from South Argentina. Ah, nice. Big up yourself, Jeff. Big up. And thanks for joining us here on Halftime TV. We can hear him. Oh, fans can hear him. I guess I'm the only person that can't hear him. I'm the only person that can't hear him. Probably I need to switch out my earphones. Do you have any easy? Me too. Audio avatar. All right. Anyway, I guess I'll have to just pull it off in a second. But what I'll do, I'll run through all the races, and then afterwards I'll pull the microphone and then we can bring back on Reason Boss. Okay. So with Van Niekerk, as I said, the one to beat in this one, Vernon Norwood always gives a good account, and Bryce Deadman out of the United States as well, always a top contender when it comes down to the. Yeah, so sorry about that. Let's get this back up on the screen. All right, so yes, Wade Van Niekerk in the 200 in the 400 meters, and I think it's Wade and then anybody else really. Continuing, and we're just about 13 hours away from the meet, folks. So it will be happening tomorrow. It will be happening tomorrow, and it will be attracting a whole lot of attention from all walks of life, everywhere you can think of on planet Earth. Folks will be tuned in to see this one. All right, so the show must go on, and we're continuing. Is Sharika running today? Not today, Gabriel. Already, Sharika will be running tomorrow, and that's what we're running through now. The starters list, as well as what will be happening tomorrow. Now, this is the 200 meters from men, and we had a couple of withdrawals, especially from U.S. athletes earlier on this week. We had Fred Curley pull out. We have Ryan Knighton pull out as well. Bisha James, do you want to join the stream, or are you looking for a show? All right, Misha James, big up yourself and thanks for joining the challenge. All right, so I'll pull the screen a little bit later on, and then I'll give everyone the opportunity. All right, but big up yourself, Misha James, in the chat room. All right, but yeah, in the 200 meters for men, the starters are as follows. And before I even go into the starters, the world leading time this year is 19.67. The meeting record is 19.76, and that was set by Usain Bolt back in 2008. So 19.67 is the world lead, and that's set by, should I try again? That was set by Noah Lyle, who is expected to take part in this race as well. So your starters are as follows: Jonah Effoloko out of Great Britain, Emmanuel Matadi out of Liberia, Kyrie King, the United States, Joseph Fambule, who is a top athlete as well out of Liberia. We have Alexander Ogando out of Dominican Republic, Noah Lyle out of the United States, Zarnell Hughes, who will be on home soil, and Letsile Tobogo. Now, we saw Letsile Tobogo on Friday in Monaco in the 100 meters, and he was quite competitive. I think he, 9.93, I think he registered, and that race had Johan Blake. It also had Akeem Blake, as well as the young man Thompson out of Jamaica. But on Friday, it was between Letsile Tobogo and his African counterpart, Ferdinand Omanyala. Omanyala on the day 9.92 was good enough to win, but Letsile Tobogo looked quite impressive. Over 200 meters, Letsile Tobogo is an athlete to be reckoned with, and I think come Sunday in London, it will be no different. He will give a good account of himself. But Noah Lyle, over 200 meters, quite immense, top athlete, top talent, and his sights are set on Usain Bolt's record, and I think he's been racing basically the clock since the World Championship. So Noah Lyle is the man to beat in this one, but Joseph Fambule and Letsile Tobogo, as well as Darnell Hughes, top athletes and should be kept an eye on. But I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. Who do you have winning this one? Who are your favorites going into it? Alexander Ogando out of Dominican Republic, always fun to watch. But Noah Lyle, I think he's just such a character. And on the day, I don't know, I think it's dangerous to write off or to put anyone ahead of Noah Lyle, especially in the 200 meters. Again, let's see Let's one for the future, as is Ryan Knighton, who was originally expected to be taking part in London, but that is not to be. So I think let's see Tobago versus Ryan Knighton is a matchup that will be happening for years to come. And those two will be the top contenders over 200 meters in the next 5, 10 years. I think they'll dominate an era when it comes down to 200 meters. But you know how it is when it comes down to track and field. It's always too early to call, and there's so many factors to consider when predicting these stuff. But again, 200 meters, we have Noah Lyle, we have Letsile Tobogo, we have Zarnel Hughes, we have Joseph Fambule, Alexander Ugando, Kyrie King, Emmanuel Matadi, Jonah Efaloko. Your guess is as good as mine, folks. Please leave your predictions down in the comment section below. All right, so that's it for the 200 meters, and we're continuing. As I said, we're running through the program because we want to ensure that all the viewers and subscribers have an idea of what is to come tomorrow afternoon in the Diamond League over there in London. This is a final opportunity to see all these top athletes, well, most of these top athletes before the World Championship. So let's bask in this a speed fest, as I love to call it. All right, so the 100 meters for women, and I think this is one of the most anticipated races that will be taking place in London. And again, I think this race is most anticipated because, and I've said this before, in the 200 meters and in the 100 meters for men, it's always it's I think the competition isn't there. It's not as competitive as is the case when we look across the field and see what's happening for women. And I think in the 200 meters, although we have competent females in the 200 meters, maybe Elaine Thompson here at her best would have posed a more serious competition for Shericka Jackson over 200 meters this season. But Elaine Thompson here isn't at her best. And as such, I think Shericka Jackson almost has this one done and dusted. Anyway, before we go any further, Track Diamond, big up yourself. Thanks for pointing that out. Smash the like button, folks. Smash the like button. Is it to say coaches are underrated? Preparation will be key. Come London and then Budapest. Smash the like button, folks, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so. We have 60 folks on here, so remember, if we have 60, we should have at least 60 likes on this video so far. All right, so keep the likes coming in, keep the subscriptions coming in as we continue on our quest to 13,500 subscribers. Okay. All right. So the 100 meters, and as I said, we're keeping this live stream like a dress, short enough to keep you interested, and long enough to cover the subject. Okay. So let's focus on that. All right, we'll run through the 100 meters as soon as the likes are up to 40. So keep those likes coming in, folks. Remember, as soon as you log on, smash the like button. All right, we're at 20 likes, folks. Keep them coming in. Let's get this to at least 50 likes, and then we'll run through. As I said, we're cutting it at 30, roughly 35 minutes. We're not gonna be on here very long. We're trying to get everything covered in as short a time as possible. All right, 100 meters is wide open, just as interesting or more so. All right, so back to where we were. Now it's the 100 meters for women, and I think again this is the most anticipated race at the Sharika Jackson, Shakari Richardson, Marie-Josée Talou, Darrell Nita, Antonique Strahan. Now, all these females have personal best of below 11 seconds. All these females are capable of winning on their day. All right, all these females are able and competent enough when it comes down to the 100 meters, and I think that's what makes it so interesting because it could go any way. It could go either way. Shakara Richardson versus Sharika Jackson. That's the matchup that a lot of folks have been talking about, and that's the matchup that's been sold to a lot of folks. And I think it's primarily because Shelley and Fraser Price, we haven't seen as much of Shelley and Fraser Price so far this season. She's only ran two 100-meter races, 1082 and 1083. And Sharika Jackson, on the other hand, she's been up and about in the 100 meters. So in the absence of Shelley and Fraser Price, we have Sharika Jackson, who's basically taken up the mantle, and now it's been narrowed down as a Sharika versus Shakari matchup going into the World Championship in Budapest. Aaliyah Hobbs, top athlete. TT Terry, very, very competent and able athlete when it comes down to the 100 meters. Dina Asher Smith, she'll be running on home soil, and we know what it is like when the home crowd is backing you, almost like that 12th man in the stand. So any card can be played in that regard. Sharika Jackson, again, she's still fine-tuning her 100 meter, as she mentioned. She said in her press conference for the Monaco Diamond League that she enjoys the 100 meters, although it's more technical and whatnot. She enjoys it, but the 200 meters has a special place in her heart. And I think she's mastered the 200 meters. She's already gotten multiple medals in the 400 meters, although she says she has unfinished business in the 400 meters. But the 100 meters, I think Sharika Jackson still needs work. And Shakara Richardson, someone who's been focused on the 100 meters basically all her life, she's showing that she's a more seasoned 100 meter athlete than Sharika Jackson. 2 times they've met so far this season, and Shakara Richardson has beaten Sharika Jackson on both occasions. Shakara Richardson is not unbeaten over 100 meter, however, because she's been beaten by Julian Alfred. So very interesting to see how this one plays out, but I'm not ruling out Marie-Josée Talou, who's the seasoned campaigner in this pack as well. And she on her day, she can pose a threat and she can upset the field. So Marie-Josée Talou out of Côte d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast, she's definitely one of those to keep an eye on. Again, the second Brit in this one, Darrell Nita, more than capable, more than competent. And I think, again, and I've said this at the top of the show, I think all these females are capable of winning the race. Antonique Strahan out of Bahamas, again, another top athlete who is capable of winning on the day. So I think it will be sold as Shakari Richardson versus Sharika Jackson. But as far as my expectations and my opinion goes, I think it can be any one of these 8 females that are lining up in the blocks. I think Shakari, she has the upper hand when it comes down to the mental advantage or the psychological advantage on Sharika Jackson because she's already beaten her twice this season. But I think Sharika Jackson, as far as speed is concerned, she is able and she's very much competent enough to secure victory in this one. I'm curious to hear though what you, the viewers and subscribers, have to say. What are your thoughts? Who do you have winning this one? Will Shakari make it 3-0 against Sharika Jackson? Will Sharika Jackson get one up, or will one of the British ladies come trumps on the day? Let's move it to comment section. Jeff, after I want Dina to write again, she's a good sport. True. Over Supreme, in my opinion, Shakari will have a better start this time and win below 1070s. All right, Shem Hall, yes, for real, Jocko taking them all on by herself. Yep, 3-0. All right, 3-0. No Nita, no answer, no TT. All right, so many top athletes, and I know the expectations are high for each of them. Again, we're running through it. We're not dwelling on it. I'll post this video, and you can put your comments in the comment section. Down to the 800 meters, We have Natalia Gould Toppin out of Jamaica taking part in this one. We have Raven Rogers of the United States, Anita Horvath out of Slovenia, Keely Hodgkins out of Great Britain. Again, she's on home soil. We have Sage Klecker out of the United States, Renelle Lamotte. We have Deribe Welteji out of Ethiopia, Katie Snowden out of Great Britain, Gemma Riki out of Great Britain, Catriona Bissett out of Australia, Halima Nakai out of Uganda. So the 800 meters, this will be the final event of the day. But as I said, once the 100 meters for women is complete, I don't think anyone else will be left in the stands. But again, I'll just play it. There will be folks that will be there, and I will be watching as well. But the interest is definitely accelerated when it comes down to the 100 meters. Anyway, I'm going to leave you here, folks. Again, big shout out to the sponsors, Quickling Shipping, telephone number 876-454-1979, and Prolific Event Rentals. If you're in the Georgia, the Atlanta area, and you need the 360 cameras for your parties or your events or whatnot, check them out. Prolific Events Rentals. As I said before, you can check. You can email them. You can give them a call. Your email address is Prolific Event Rentals. That's PROLIFICEVENTRENTALS or telephone number 470-504-3874. All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Remember, smash the like button, subscribe to Halftime TV if you haven't yet done so. Enjoy your Saturday soup.